All right, 7th grade, we are working on lesson 6.6, simple interest. So make sure you do the warm-ups. And I gotta have my camera on. That would make more sense. All right, so work on your warm-ups. Let's see here. Change in water level. Find the total change in water level for the 3 months. So what happens between month 1, 2, and 3? What's the total change? And you'll put that here in centimeters. And then do it again for the second one. Find the total change in water level for this 3-month period. All right, let me go see how y'all are doing. So for total change, you start with negative 1/3. Okay, then what happened? We added 1.5?
Yes.
And then it went back down to 5/12. Right? Try that. See if that works. All right, so you should be writing your vocab, 3 vocab words. We're talking about simple interest. This is real life, actual formulas you will actually use in your lifetime. This is how you make sure you're making money. Or how you make sure you're not spending too much money on your car loan. To buy a car.
I know what it is now.
Okay, so I'll give you just a moment to write the vocab. So, somebody tell me what interest is. Elliot.
Okay.
That's not Elliot.
Okay, money paid or earned for the use of money.
Yes, interest is money paid or earned. What is principal, Joel?
The amount of money borrowed or deposited.
So it's your beginning amount. Either you borrowed that amount or you're depositing that amount. Okay, and what is simple interest, Joaquin?
Simple interest is money paid or earned only on the principal.
So you take your original amount and you're going to multiply something to find the interest that you either have to pay if it's a loan or have to money you've earned because you deposited the money into a bank account. I would recommend you sketch this little diagram. Shh, whisper. I stands for interest. P stands for principal. When you hear the word principal, think original amount, okay? R stands for the rate. Okay, so that's your percent rate, but we put it in decimal. So if it's 30%, you're going to put 0.3, right? And then time is usually in years. If it's ever different, it tells you. Okay? Any questions on this formula? I equals PRT. You will see this again in high school and in college probably. I equals PRT. Principal times rate times time. All right. Let's do example 1. Do you need another second?
Yes.
All right, I'll give you just a second. Example 1, put this in your journals. So you deposit $500 in a savings account. So are we going to be making money or borrowing money?
Depositing.
You deposited, so are you making money or are you borrowing money?
Depositing.
What does depositing mean?
You're
You're putting your money into a bank account, so I'm going to make money on this. I'm not borrowing money. I'm making it. Yes, guys, start putting money in your bank account and make money now.
I don't know what they can do.
Get a bank. Yes. Okay, start saving for college now or high school. All right. Y'all are crazy. So this account you deposited this money in earns 3% simple interest. That's important because later on you get compound interest, which, by the way, if you're ever investing, please find compound interest. Because that's like taking, you know how you do 4 times 4 and you get 16?
Yeah.
It compounds it. So instead of it doing 4 times 4, it would be 4 times 4, and then the next one would be 4 times 16, and then you make a lot more money a lot faster.
Okay.
Anyhow, moving on. What is the balance after 3 years? So let's plug all 3 of these numbers we have into our formula. So our formula is what? Say it.
I equals PRT.
Very good. I equals PRT. Shh. Okay, you guys need to bring it down. Okay, so we're searching for I, right? We don't know the interest. So what is P?
P is 3%.
$500.
Three.
500.
500%.
Principal, which is 500.
What?
P is principal,
Oh.
500. The original amount. Okay. We just went over this.
I know.
Okay, R is
3%.
3%, but we need to make it a decimal, so that would be what?
0.03.
Very good, 0.03. And T is 3 years, so plug it all in. 500 times 0.03 times 3. Okay, do we now have a formula we can solve?
Yes.
Yeah, 500 times 0.03 times 3 is what?
45.
45. So how much did I make in interest? $45 after 3 years. But the question asks, what is the balance? Balance is the total amount, including the money I made. So what am I going to do with this 45?
545.
We're going to add it to the... I wish you guys would listen before you speak, because that's the question I asked was, what are we going to do with it? And you all yelled 545.
You add 500 plus 45.
Thank you. Yeah, so don't jump the gun. Wait till I ask my question. I understand, but I am trying to help your brain go from step to step to step. And y'all like to skip steps, which is why you struggle in math. Stop skipping steps. Stop just trying to find the answer, Ricky. Okay, so we're going to add the amount we earned. This fly is driving me batty. To the original amount. The answer would be
545.
very good, 545.
That's not a bit of money.
Yeah, but it's free money. All you do is stick your money in the bank account, and after 3 years, you had another $45.
Oh,
It's not a lot. Now imagine if you put $1 million in there.
a lot.
That's a lot more money.
$1,045,000.
No, because you got to do 3% of $1 million.
Okay,
Hey,
Sorry.
yeah, Elliot.
Come on, Elliot.
all right.
You can't use those
That was
words.
funny.
Okay, go and do your first try it. All right, so we're going to do try it one together, so that way I can show you how to handle months instead of years. Oh, I almost had it.
Toby.
I almost said
Stupid fly. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should wait for Elliot.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell him to go.
Can I get the fly?
No, get the fly.
No, like
He's trying to get my coffee.
I'm gonna get the fly.
Huh?
Whenever he gets the fly, so I'm gonna kill the
Oh, yes, you can attack the fly.
I was going to throw the pin.
Sorry, online, we're going crazy over here.
That would not help. It can.
All right, so we're going to do this together. What is our formula? Shh. 7th grade, what is our formula?
I equals PRT.
Okay. So, what are we plugging in for?
Whoa.
I need to write this.
I equals.
We're solving for I, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is P?
Principal.
What's the number?
500.
500, very good. And then times, what's my rate?
0.03.
0.03 because it's 3%. Okay, and then the last one is time, which is in years. But in this case, what does it tell me? 9 months. Well, how many months are in a year total?
12.
So could I write this as 9 out of 12?
That's what I did when I tried it.
You're so good. Okay, so if it doesn't give it to you in years, you need to put it over the total number of months in a year. So now we just multiply all 3 of these, and what do you get? What? Make it a decimal.
Oh.
You get 11 over
11.25.
Make it a decimal. There you go. 11.25 is the interest. Now, what's the question asking?
For the balance.
For the balance. So what do I need to do with this 11.25?
Add it to 500.
Very good. Add it to 500.
It's 500, 11.25.
I
Yep.
put it as a fraction when I answered.
Yeah, we're dealing with money, so make it a decimal.
Yay.
When you're dealing with money, yes, it's always a decimal.
Oh, why'd they make it a month? I see you.
Get him.
You realize if you slide it while it's in midair, instead of fly out of it.
I can hit him in the air.
Where'd he go?
He's trying to get my coffee. All right, here we go. Example 2. Shh. Kill the fly quietly, please.
Aaron, you just passed it.
Shh. Okay, 7th grade, focus up here. Let Aaron hunt the fly.
Yeah, Aaron.
All right. You deposit $1,000 into an account. Are we making money or are we spending money?
Making. No, spend. Make.
Be confident.
Spend.
We're making money.
Come on,
We deposit it into an account. Whenever we're spending or borrowing money, that's when you hear loan. Okay, so we're putting $1,000 into an account. It earns $100 simple interest in 4 years. What is the rate? Okay, so in this case, what are we missing?
The interest.
What letter?
The I.
Nope, it tells us we get $100 interest.
R.
So we're missing the rate. So we can still use the same formula, but we plug in the numbers we know where we know them. Stop talking when I'm talking. How are you going to go through the steps and listen at the same time?
Okay.
Okay, so where do we put the 1,000? You're still talking.
Okay.
Ricky,
No, second spot.
you're encouraging it. Uh-huh. So we're going to put the $100 where the I is, because that's simple interest, yes?
Yes.
So put the $100 there. Okay, what do we put for P?
You do the $1,000.
The what?
The $1,000.
The $1,000, very good. And what do we do for R?
100.
We don't have R.
Uh,
That's what we're looking for, so just write R.
Okay.
And then what do we put for T? 4. Okay, so you dissect the question and plug in everything we know. Now do we just have one variable here?
Yeah.
So now we can solve it. So this means multiply, right?
Yeah.
So we can simplify by multiplying the 4 times the 1,000, which would be 4,000 times R. Now, how do I get the R by itself?
Divide it.
Very good, because this is multiply. We're going to divide it. So divide the 4,000 from each side. What is 100 divided by 4,000?
40.
25%.
0.025. Now the last thing we need to do is make this a percent. Which way do I move the decimal?
It's 2 times to the right.
2 times to the right, which would be 2.5%. Good. Any questions on how we did this?
No.
So when you use this I equals PRT formula, you can be missing any one of these 4 variables. As long as you have the other 3, we can always solve for the missing variable, correct?
Yep.
Good. All right, so go do your try-its. You have 1. Go do 1 try-it.
Hey, Christopher.
All right, so let's put in a new formula. We're still using I equals PRT. PRT. All right, so what's the principal? No, first, what's the interest? 17.50, right?
Yep.
Thank you. The principal is? So put 350 here. What's the rate? So put R. What's the T?
2.5.
So 2.5. Sorry, it's hard to do decimals on here. It
Yeah, I know.
thinks it's messing it up. Okay, so we're going to multiply these 3. 350 times R times 2.5. Well, R we can't do, so just do 350 times 2.5. What do you get?
87.
I
did 7.8.
Okay, there's a lot of talking. What is 350 times 2.5?
875.
Even?
Yes.
R, okay, and then I just bring down the 17.5. Okay, now how do I get R by itself here?
You divide 875.
So divide 875 from this side. Divide 875 from this side. So what do you get?
0.02.
0.02.
And you go 2 times to the right,
Yeah.
and then it's 2%.
No.
So 0.02.
Yeah.
That's a decimal. Ugh, come on, decimal.
Let's go.
It looks like a nose.
It looks like a C.
0.02. And then we move it to the right twice to make it a percent. So my answer is
2%.
2%.
That's a good percentage sign.
Thanks. I wish everything else would work as nicely as that. This one. All right. Example 3. Put this in your journals. A bank offers 3 savings accounts. The simple annual interest rate is determined by the principal. What does annual mean?
Yearly.
Yearly. Very good.
Yeah. What month did I say?
How long does it take an account with a principal of $800 to earn $100 in interest? So first we need to look at the 3 accounts and figure out where does my $800 fall as far as what interest rate I'm getting. So if it's less than $500, I'm making 1.5. If it's $500 to $5,000, I'm making 2%. And if it's more than $5,000, I'm making 3%.
It's 2%.
So, yeah, which one is ours? 2% because we are $800. So I know I'm going to use 2% as my rate. So let's plug in our formula. What interest are we trying to get to?
100.
$100. So we're going to plug that in for I. What's my principal?
100. No,
Slow down. Slow your brain down. $800. And then what is my rate? 2%. So I'm solving for how long this is going to take. So I'm solving for t, right? So plug everything in where it goes. Write this in your journals.
Yes, ma'am.
I should see you writing. Okay, so now we can solve this. What is 800 times 0.02? Go, calculator, go.
16.
Thank you. Okay, now how do I get t all by itself?
Divide.
So we divide both sides. What is 100 divided by 16?
6.25.
Very good. Okay, now this is in time. So how many years? 6 years. Oh, you can just put 6.25 years. 6 1/4 years is what it comes out to be. Because 25 of 100 is 1/4. What's 1/4 of a year? Anybody know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1/4 of a year in months. How many months is it?
6.
That's half a year.
3.
3. Very good.
I knew it.
She did do it.
Good job, Matt.
I did it.
All right. Any questions? All right. You need to try it number 3, and then self-assess through number 7. We are going to do the last example here momentarily, though. So keep going on, try it, and then self-assess. So you borrow $600 to buy a violin. So are we making money or borrowing money?
You're borrowing.
So we're actually going to spend money here. The simple annual interest rate is 15%. Yuck, don't do that. You pay off the loan after 2 years of equal monthly payments. How much is each payment? So let's get our formula.
I equals PRT.
Very good. Why is it going through all that? There's our formula. So what is our interest? Do we know?
That's 15%.
That's the rate. Do we know the actual dollar? No. We don't know. That's what we're solving for. We're trying to find out how much interest we're going to pay. Okay, what is our principal?
$600.
$600 is the money we borrowed. Okay? What is our rate?
0.15.
0.15.
Yeah.
Okay? And for how long are we borrowing? 2 years. So we're going to plug all those in. 8th grade, can y'all whisper, please? Aaron and Daisy, go sit back down. 600 times 0.15 times 2. Somebody do the math. What do you get? 180. So our interest was $180. Okay, we have to add that to the amount we also borrowed, which was $600. So you're going to add 600 plus 180 to get.
780.
So we're going to end up paying $780 for this violin. What is the question, though? How much is each payment? We pay equal monthly. So how many months are there in 2 years?
24 years.
20 years? Okay, cool. 24 months. So we're going to do 780 divided by
24 months.
24 months. So what is 780 divided by 24? So we're going to pay $32.50 every month on our violin. So you bought the violin for $780. So you paid
$32.50
Yep.
each month.
$32.50 for each. So make sure before you finish a question, you go back and go, okay, what are they actually asking? Because sometimes they want just the rate, sometimes they want just the principal, sometimes they want the balance. In this case, they wanted the monthly payment. Okay, so make sure you understand it. Any questions?
No.
All right. You need to finish all the way through number 10. It is due tomorrow. Okay, I will give you more time after recess to work on this. All right, I'm going to stop.